All right, these are my 5 lessons learned from last season.
These are the 5 lessons I've learned.
Number 1, ear protection. In Idaho, my ears got rocked, like rocked hard. I was setting up, gonna shoot this buck. Didn't really think about things too much, but my muzzle brake, I have a giant muzzle brake, was right next to a bunch of burned trees. And so I always have the ear protection on my freaking neck. I'm prepared, bring it up there, and in the heat of the moment, I just never grab it, throw it in my ear. So I gotta wear my ear protection. Family hunts are still my favorite. I'll start off by saying I love hunting solo. That's what I grew up doing. But when it comes down to it, a family hunt is something I look forward to every single year. Basically, I look at it as a way for me to give back to my family. You know, my dad introduced me and my brothers to hunting at a very young age, took us out, learned a lot of life lessons, and now I'm just like giving back. It's more of like a laid back type hunt. I'm, not as crazy of a hunt as I would do solo, but we're still having fun, still joking around, still, ripping on my brothers. That's the hunt I look forward to the most, is just like taking them out, seeing their excitement, and enjoying hunting mule deer. Rationing food to kill a buck is worth it, but probably not the smartest thing in the world. I originally planned to take in 4 days of food, and I'd never been in this area before, but it was going to be a nasty grilling hike. And I was like, once I get up there, maybe I'll find some deer, maybe I need to move on to a plan B spot, and maybe I'll come back down, resupply food, go back up for the rest of the hunt. Well, I got up there. It was the furthest distance-wise I've ever hiked into the mountains, a crazy amount of miles, super nasty terrain. And right when I got up there, I started realizing, like, wow, it's gonna suck to hike out of here. So I actually started glassing, found a pile of deer, pile of bucks too. So I was like, I'm gonna have to start rationing food. So instantly, early on the hunt, I was like, I'm not getting out of here without killing a deer. So I started rationing my food. Ended up staying up there for 7 total days with 4 days of food, and I lost 9 pounds. Probably not smart. Don't forget your satellite messenger on a hunt. So this was a very interesting situation I ran into this last year hunting in Arizona for goose deer. In the morning, I somehow left my bino harness back at camp, and on my bino harness at all times, I have my satellite messenger, my little InReach Mini, clamped to the top of the bino harness. Easy access spot, if you ever get hurt, need it, it's right there. Well, we go out hunting an area on a little water tank, and had a little run-in with some folks. That's probably all I'll say about that, the folks. Ran into some folks who probably were not doing some great things. We didn't know what they were doing. We think later they were packing a bunch of illegal substances maybe, and they were like right behind us, and I can't speak a lick of Spanish, so I did not understand what they were saying. Having that InReach there would have added a little bit of peace of mind. I could have shot out a message to trail or anyone else back at camp, and like, hey, we're in a situation right now, we're gonna work through it. But luckily, everything worked fine. I locked eyes with one of the guys, I gave him a little thumbs up, A-okay, and he understood what I was saying, and they all left. If it's gonna take an hour, it's gonna take 3. And I just killed my buck, had my entire deboned meat on my back, had the cape, had the rack, my entire camp, so my teepee, my stove, everything. I had to go through this burn. This burn was 0.9 miles. I've been through it before. It sucked going in, but having all that extra weight of the deer and everything like that, that burn only 0.9 miles away, it took me 3 hours to go through. Just freaking brutal. I was falling, tripping over logs, nasty burn. And I planned it out earlier where I was hanging around camp, soaking up life, just killed a great buck, eating some B&G in the morning, biscuits and gravy. And so like hanging around camp for a while, I didn't time it right because I was enjoying life at camp. I ended up having to hike down through this nasty section later on in the rain, in the dark, not fun at all. And at one point I sat down, marked a waypoint, took a little break. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just let my legs cool down a little bit and relax a little bit. And so I marked a waypoint right there. Sometimes I like to mark waypoints as I'm hiking down just because I'm weird and want to know where I'm at later on to do some more research. But so I marked that waypoint. I started grabbing all my stuff again, put on my back, started hiking down. I felt like I've been hiking forever. I felt like I made a bunch of good progress down the mountain. I'm slipping, sliding, marked another waypoint, measured the distance. I'd only gone 52 freaking yards. And I felt like I've been hiking forever because this country was steep and nasty. And I've only been hiking for 10 minutes, but it felt like I've been hiking forever. So it's going to take an hour, it's going to take 3. Long story short, ended up getting partially down the mountain, said screw this. I just had fallen, my camera smashed my face. I was bleeding under my beard. I was like, this sucks. Like, I'm just going to ditch this meet up on the little tree and hope no bears got to it. I was like, I just can't keep carrying this stuff down. It's way too slick, way too nasty. Dropped all the way down, set up camp for a little bit, and then had to do some hiking out and then go back up and get the meet. But yeah, if you ever think it's going to be easy on the mountain, just remember that if you think it's going to take an hour to get through, it's going to take a lot more. It's going to take at least 3 hours. So that's that.
These are the 5 lessons I've learned.